Welcome to the LUMS Center for Entrepreneurship. मैं थोड़ा सा आपको LUMS Center for Entrepreneurship के बारे में बताऊंगी, and then we'll move on with the program. LCE serves a lot of multiple functions within the ecosystem, starting from our Makers Lab, which is a state-of-the-art prototyping facility with 5 major labs that can be used, and we also have a dedicated co-working space जहाँ पे काफ़ी startups और entrepreneurs अपनी companies पे काम कर रहे हैं, अपने startups पे काम कर रहे हैं. So it's a pretty dynamic community that we have there. We also have our signature incubation and acceleration programs that we've specifically designed for early stage and growth stage startups. These are usually 4 to 6 month programs जिसमें हम उन्हें different training modules के से गुजारते हैं, and then they end with an investor summit where they're given the opportunity to pitch to a panel of judges and investors. This is one of the programs within that series, and we're very happy to collaborate with Open Lahore for this series. With this, I think I'll hand over to Faisal Jaidi Saab, who is the president of Open Lahore, and will give you a bigger picture.
My name is Faisal Jaidi, the president of Open Lahore. We are very excited to have all of you here. I'm born and raised in Lahore, did my chartered accountancy back in 90s from Ferguson, and then in 2001 moved to Silicon Valley, California, and joined BDO as a manager back in 2001, became partner, then became senior partner in California, and I was overseeing the entire West US, 12 offices under me, where I was helping clients go public and M&A and all kind of transactions. So we lived in California 24 years and then moved back to Pakistan last year, May. So as anybody I meet for the first time, their first question is कि जी सारे तो बाहर जा रहे हैं, आप वापस क्यों आ गए? But I think a lot of people grossly underestimate the potential happening in Pakistan, and especially in IT side, and also the fact the life here is actually very, very comfortable. Started in 1998 in Boston. Just like different countries, different ethnicities have their affinity groups, we should have an organization where Pakistanis can get together. And if we put a few Pakistanis in a room, each of them could have a little bit different ask. Somebody could be entrepreneur, somebody could be investor, somebody is looking for a job, somebody is looking for talent to bring into their team. So if we put Pakistanis together, they should be able to help each other. So that was the whole idea. That was, we started the organization called Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs of North America. That's what OPEN is an acronym. And then we very quickly realized that as much as we'd like everybody to be an entrepreneur, not everybody is going to be. Some people want a job, right? So we wanted to help everybody. So not just entrepreneurs, but also professionals. So that's how the idea started. And then in 2002, they opened a second chapter in Silicon Valley. That's where I got invited to an event and went there and really liked the idea that Pakistanis should be, come as part of an organization and help each other. And instead of just attending the events, and that's an advice I'll provide to all of you, I decided that if I really want to take advantage of this network, instead of just attending an event and meeting people there, I should raise my hand and join the organization as a volunteer. So as you would imagine, when मैंने उनसे कहा कि I want to help, उन्होंने कहा जी ये चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, इसको अकाउंटिंग आती होगी, तो मुझे कहा जी ट्रेजरर बन जाए. So I became a treasurer of Open Lahore, and then quickly became head of audit committee. Then I became a charter member, and then I became a board member. So I've been very, very involved with Open for the last 22 years in Silicon Valley. And then I also got on the board of Open Global, which is the umbrella organization. So इस वक्त situation ये है कि Open has chapters in about 16 cities of the world, including many cities in US. Many years ago, we started going out of US as well. Toronto is one, London is one. We opened chapters in Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad back in 2012 to 2014. And again, everywhere else in the world, the idea made sense. What about Pakistan? Because यहाँ पे minority थोड़ी हैं. यहाँ तो everybody is a Pakistani. So we think the fact that Open has about 15 chapters, Open has thousands of members, Open has 400 plus charter members who are very, very accomplished people, that we can provide the platform for people in Lahore and Karachi and Islamabad and anywhere in Pakistan who are trying to sell their services or their products outside Pakistan. Open can create that bridge where we can help you connect with people in US and Europe and Middle East, so that you can increase your enterprise, increase your sales and whatnot. So it's a great platform. It's a non-for-profit. It's not a charity, it's a business networking group, and the idea is to help folks in Pakistan who are trying to do anything outside Pakistan. So first of all, would love for folks here who understand what I'm saying and feel the benefit of it to join Open. And because we will, inshallah, be doing a lot of events, and we will be picking different topics. And if you, as I said, if you want to really take advantage of Open, then raise your hand and come become part of leadership, right? So after the first event we did about a month ago, Shuja and some of his friends came over to meet me, and they got really excited about the idea, and so they started creating that volunteer team for Open. And I think on last count, that volunteer team, and this, we are not even talking about students yet. We would love to get students on board, because students को भी help चाहिए होती है, उनको internships चाहिए होती हैं, उनको job चाहिए होगी, कईयों को entrepreneurship के ideas आ रहे हैं, उनको advice चाहिए होगी. We would love to help students get to the next level. But even at the young entrepreneur level, 25 to maybe 35, we already have, mashallah, 50 plus folks who have volunteered to become part of the organization, part of the executive team, and amazing people. They have, automatically divided themselves into a bunch of different committees. Some people are helping with social media, some people are helping with membership, people helping with events. Love it, because as you can imagine, holding an event like this is not a one-person job, right? We need a team of excited and passionate volunteers. So I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed that we have that team already here, and would love to have all of you, youngsters especially, to raise your hand and say, not only I want to join future events of Open, I want to be part of the leadership of Open. एक चीज़ जो Open के लिए बहुत आसान है करना, in sitting in Lahore, and I'll come to Mahwish as well, कि we have charter members all over the world. I use the word charter member because that's a term we use in Open. What charter member means is that these are the people who are already accomplished. They could be entrepreneurs, they could be senior level executives, they could be attorneys, they could be accountants, they could be media people, they could be influencer. But these are the people who are already, alhamdulillah, mashallah, accomplished something in life. And our pitch to them is, कि देखें आपने तो accomplish किया है, now it's your turn to give back to the next generation. अपना time दें, उनको mentor करें, उनको help करें. हम charter members से charter member fees भी लेते हैं, हम उनसे time भी मांगते हैं. So it's a give back, right? Which is actually very true. I think it's very rewarding. So when I started, working with Open Silicon Valley, I can tell you in all honesty, my day job was with BDO. I was partner and all. In the 15, 20 years, I got so much work, actual billable work come to me because of the relationships and friendships I made through Open. I met people at Open, they'll see me again and again. They felt comfort. I meet Faisal. Next time I'll meet with them, they'll say, my company is trying to make this acquisition. Can BDO help us with that? So a lot of work came to me by being available to people. So same thing for all of you. Be part of the organization, step up to leadership roles, and that will open a lot of actual business for you as well. I mean, my pitch is you should give back to the community, but you will get a lot of business as well. The other advantage is that when somebody becomes a charter member here, they are automatically part of the 400 plus charter members around the world, and that's a very credible group. In our group of charter members global, people routinely put, I'm coming to London, I need to meet an attorney who can help me with XYZ. Somebody will say, I'll connect you. So there are a lot of things that happen that way, which will actually help you in your day job. So one thing which is easy for us to do in sitting in Lahore, Islamabad and Karachi is the fact that all these charter members around the world do come to Pakistan anyway, right? They have families here, they have parents here, they have weddings in the family, they have businesses here. Sometimes they come in summer, sometimes they come in December. So for us, it's very easy that if I know somebody is coming and their profile is such that we feel it will benefit community here, we can request them. Hey, give us 3 hours of your time and we'd love to have you meet with the right people in Lahore and Karachi and Islamabad. And that's for us easy to do because we have, alhamdulillah, great partnerships like LUMS. I sent Mahwish's profile to LUMS and right away they said, yep, we are in, we want to do this event. So for that, it's very easy for us to do, but I think there's a lot of value in that. I mean, Umar will introduce Mahwish and her profile, but you listen to her talk and what she brings to the table. And then, after the event, you figure out a way how you can leverage this knowledge in terms of what you are doing. And then there are people in this room, many of them are senior level people of open leadership in Lahore, who are all, very respected in their fields. You should also connect with them. They can also help you in some of the things you are trying to do. I am available on LinkedIn. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you don't know somebody and you're trying to reach out to somebody, connect with me, connect with Shersha, connect with Shuja. They will help, because that's the whole point, right? That's what we do as a part of giving back. So coming back to this event, thanks Mavish for giving us your time. Thanks LCE and LUMS for this. And a special thanks to Umar. His company Flowy.ai is a sponsor. The refreshments and everything was sponsored by them. So I would like to invite Umar to come here, talk about his company, and also introduce Mavish.
To see a couple of familiar faces and a lot of unfamiliar faces. I'm eager to connect with all of you and see how I can help you out in your journey and how maybe you can help us with our growth. So hi, my name is Umar Ikram. I'm a co-founder of Flowy. I'm also the executive member of Open Lahore. And I want to talk a little bit about Flowy and what we're doing at Flowy. So Flowy is a company that's building AI-powered sales agents. It's primarily targeted towards SaaS companies. So if you own a SaaS company or have particularly faced an issue where you've had to schedule a call with a sales agent and it takes a lot of time, you can actually come in and use our tool to actually do human-like demos for your prospects. So it's instant, it's on the side, you don't need to schedule anything, and we've achieved certain milestones. We've been working in stealth, and now we've just today launched our website. And we also got into NVIDIA's Inception program just today. So that's a bit about us. Thank you. So that's a bit about us. And currently we're looking for beta partners to help us improve the product and also test it out in real time. So we have a few people that we're eager to talk to. Hopefully we want to see this integrated into a lot of SaaS products so they can get this huge advantage over their competitors. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Mavish Salman Ali, who is an award-winning serial entrepreneur, CEO of Data Vault, and co-founder of Zahanat AI. As the only Pakistani woman on the Forbes Technology Council and riveting TEDx speaker, co-chair of AAAI Pakistan chapter, and celebrated globally with honors like Who's Who Hall of Fame, Wonder Woman Dubai Award in Radiant Gold for AI and leadership. She's also reshaping sovereign tech and AI policy, influencing change from Pakistan to Middle East and USA. And we would love to absorb everything that you have to say today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much, Umar, for the wonderful introduction. I'm so glad to be speaking with all of you today. Startups buzzing with ideas, students full of curiosity, and professionals sharpening their edges to pace with this fast-changing world, right? I'm Mavish Salman Ali. I'm CEO of Data Vault Pakistan. Thank you so much, Flowy, for sponsoring it. Thank you, LUMS, for having us, and thank you, Faisal, for putting all this together through Open Lahore. I'm also a chartered member of Open Dallas, and there are a lot of things that you can do by becoming a chartered member. You meet with a lot of people. When you go to different chapters, you become a part of them as well, right? Open is a one big community, and then there are different chapters, and Faisal said you should all be a part of Open Lahore. So for example, if you are coming to US next, if you are going to Silicon Valley, if you are coming to Dallas, we would love to host you if you are a part of it. So that's how you make connection, that's how you basically meet new companies and new people. Okay, so over the last 2 decades, I have bootstrapped many startups. I have been working and advising for AI policies and its integration. I have been working with global companies like Forbes, Google, UNESCO, the United Nations, and I have seen the tech revolution firsthand. When I was studying in university, the tech and AI belonged to the sci-fi scenes of Hollywood movies only. There were Transformers, battling with robots, there were time-traveling heroes, and that was AI for us. But now, AI writes code. It emails. Now, AI is basically crafts poetry for your spouses and partners as well. I even caught my husband typing a sorry message for me through ChatGPT. and don't do that, because what comes after you don't want to know. AI even attends meetings on your behalf, right? It's there, it's happening, and there is nothing you can do about it. Either you can be a part of it, or you can basically lose the game. Today's topic that I picked is AI beyond ChatGPT. Okay, we are going to talk about skills, startups, and job survival 101. So it's America's #1 question, and I'm sure it's Pakistan's #1 question as well, that AI is going to eat your job, and we are going to come to that and talk about that too. Okay, so this session is going to be interactive. You have to note if you agree. So I'm going to start my conversation with the first poll. How many of you have used ChatGPT this last week? Raise your hands. For assignments, for emails, bravo. 100%. Okay, now keep your hands raised if you have used N10, very good. If you have used Relevance AI, okay. If you have used Deep AI, Gemini, yeah, Perplexity, bravo. So hum mashallah, we are among the crowd that is basically doing and using these apps, and those who didn't raise their hands, you are going to raise your hands at the end of this conversation. Okay, so ChatGPT basically is sparked in 2022, right? And that spark was just the beginning. We are now in 2025, and we are in the era of agentic AI. Agentic AI systems that do not just generate text like GPT, it acts, it decides, it takes action, and it works like your virtual team, right? Okay. So how many of you have used any agents in any capacity? Okay, we are going to pick one. You. Can you tell me what your agent does?
Basically, we have AI agent in our website that interact with clients and tell about what my AI will do.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So we are living in this era where agentic AI can do a lot of things. It can create content for you, it can create pictures for you, it can basically post on social media for you while you are away doing your assignment and doing whatever you do, right? We are going to talk a lot about these things, but first, how many of you are scared that AI is going to take your job or replace you or is going to affect you? Yes, of course. So those who are not scared, they should be scared, because if you are not making AI part of your business or part of your daily lives or part of whatever you do, then you are going to be left behind. आपको पता है Bill Gates क्या कहते हैं? Bill Gates कहते हैं that the AI world that we are living in, if you blink an eye, you are already left behind. तो मुझे लगता है इस पाकिस्तान हम काफ़ी अभी दूर हैं to make AI a part of our daily activities, to make AI part of our curriculum, because there are so many things. हम वो curriculum अपना पुराना छोड़ना नहीं चाहते, and I'm so glad that LUMS has this chapter of Center of Entrepreneurship, जहाँ पे people can learn more about the latest technology and latest AI and other things, right? Do you know that 40% of the jobs are going to be taken away by AI by 2030? ये मैं नहीं कह रही, ये McKinsey कह रहा है. He said that by 2030, 40% of the jobs are going to be taken over by AI. Around 400 to 800 million people are going to lose their job to AI, right? कौन है जिनकी जॉब नहीं जाएगी? Any idea?
जो AI को इस्तेमाल करते हैं अपने काम के अंदर या जो खुद AI बनाते हैं.
Exactly. So उन लोगों की जॉब नहीं जाएगी who are the top 10% of original thinkers who are doing non-templated work. If you are a middle level designer, if you are a copycat content writer, if you are a cheat coder who cheats, your jobs are going to be gone because world will not need you. ठीक है? So for those people, what you can do, you can become an AI journalist. AI journalist क्या होता है? We'll come to that. We'll come on that. मुझे ये बताएं, how many of you are basically using N10 right now and knows what N10 is, what Make.com is? What do you do on N10?
So I basically automate my workflows, my day-to-day tasks whenever I have workflow with N10, and it's pretty fast.
Perfect. So he is automating his workflows on N10, right? मैंने देखा कि सिर्फ 4 हाथ उठे थे, जबकि मेरे ख्याल से इस वक्त तक यहाँ पर 80% हाथ उठ जाने चाहिए थे, because there are so many workshops going on N10 in Lahore as well. There are people who are teaching this, they are taking out time and they want you to learn about it. Okay, now let me give you an example what AI journalist does. By the way, as per the survey, the people who are AI journalists, who are doing a lot of things in AI, their salary scales is going to be increased by 20 to 30% by 2027. Actually, there is a conspiracy theory as well on AI 2027. I don't know if you have heard, anyone of you heard about it. जैसे पहले हम सुनते थे ना 2020 में दुनिया ख़त्म हो जाएगी, 2000 होने वाला है, क़यामत आने वाली है। तो AI में people are talking about it, not just normal people, I'm talking about the people who is the CEO of Anthropic, who is the CEO of OpenAI. They are talking that 2027 is going to be a game changer. Either AI is going to take over the world because they are agents who are speaking to each other, they are deciding so many things. Let me give you an example. पहले OpenAI was not accepting it, but now they have accepted that when they have created OpenAI's O2, तो जो O3 था, it built itself. उन्होंने नहीं बनाया था. So the agents were communicating with each other and they said, okay, these are the things that are lacking, we need one more agent. They have created it by themselves. Agents are talking and they are thinking what to do, what not to do. Agents are basically making you a fool as well. So sometimes when you are asking agent to do some, let's say R&D for you or fact check for you, they try to make themselves appear dumb to you. आपने देखा होगा कभी कभी वो गलत फैक्ट बता देता है, कभी कभी वो जैसे हम कहते हैं हेलुसिनेट करता है, कभी कभी वो ऐसी चीज़ बोल देता है कि जो कि किसी एक सेलिब्रिटी या पर्टिकुलर CEO ने कही नहीं होती है. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द time, sometimes it makes mistakes, yes, hallucination is real, but 80% of the time it is trying to make itself appear dumb to you, to make you a fool, ताकि आप ये ना डर जाएं that it has become so intelligent and it's going to replace us. तमाम. Okay, so let's go back towards AI journalists. There are already jobs coming up. आपने देखा होगा LinkedIn पे Microsoft has posted that they need AI product manager. There are other companies like OpenAI, they need data scientists, they need GPU cloud architectures, they need रिस्पॉन्सिबल AI ऑफिसर, दे नीड एथिकल AI ऑफिसर. आप में से कौन से लोग हैं जो इस तरह की जॉब्स के लिए कुछ कर रहे हैं? आर यू स्टार्टिंग समथिंग ऑन इट?
So I'm working on AI policy and I'm working on open source generative AI models.
Right. So perfect, we are working towards policies, but my question was, okay, let's say GPU cloud architecture. How many of us knows about GPUs? 25% of us. But do you know about GPU cloud architecture? So these are the important questions that you have to ask yourself, that what are you doing right now at this very moment to be a part of AI or this race, if you don't want to be left behind. अच्छा, AI journalist का काम ही होता है that it use different AI agents and it automates things and it makes its life easier by automating those stuff. I'll give you one example of an AI journalist that can basically automate content and post it on social media. ठीक है? For example, how many of you have heard about Feedly? Wow, guys, you have to really catch up. Okay, take notes. Okay, number one, Feedly. What is Feedly? Feedly is basically an RSS feed reader. What it does? It aggregates news from all the web and all the platforms for you in one convenient location. Feedly का मकसद ये होता है, you can set up categories and keywords in it. Now, for example, you want to talk about रोज सुबह उठ के what is happening in AI, or you want to know about what is happening in any Coursera. Coursera पे कौन सा नया कोर्स आया है? What is the new certification that NVIDIA is offering? Okay, तो उसके लिए आपको सारी वेबसाइट्स पे जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You don't have to scroll pages and pages. You don't have to scroll social media for that. You can basically type in the category and keywords on Feedly and it can basically catch those content for you.
मेरा बस सवाल था, it creates a sort of custom newspaper for you.
You can say that. It will not create a custom newspaper for you. What it will do is it will basically fetch all the articles in the particular category that you want it to fetch, right? आप नहीं चाहते कि जी आज डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प ने क्या कहा वो सुनना. आप नहीं चाहते कि आज हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर शहबाज शरीफ साहब कहाँ का दौरा कर रहे हैं. आप नहीं जानना चाहते कि दुनिया में जो है वो और क्या क्या हो रहा है. आप ये जानना चाहते हैं कि मेरे लिए क्या हो रहा है और वो क्या चीज़ें हैं जिनसे मैं फ़ायदा उठा सकता हूँ. आप ये जानना चाहते हैं कि जी ये पर्टिकुलर कोर्सेज कौन कौन करा रहा है, उनके कितने पैसे हैं. आप ये जानना चाहते हैं कि आज का लेटेस्ट AI ट्रेंड कौन सा है. यू विल सेट दोज कीवर्ड्स एंड कैटेगरीज ऑन Feedly एंड इट विल बेसिकली सर्च ऑल द इंटरनेट फॉर यू. और जहाँ जहाँ पर भी आपके कीवर्ड का जिक्र हुआ है इट विल फैच इट और एक लोकेशन पे आपके लिए ले आएगा. तो आपको अब जाके सिर्फ अपना Feedly खोलना है और आपको पढ़ना है, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, आज इस न्यूज़पेपर ने इस वेब ने इस बारे में बात की है. तमाम. देन व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल गो टू N10 एंड यू विल ऑटोमेट इट. आप Feedly का ट्रिगर N10 पे सेट कर देंगे. आप ये कहेंगे कि जब भी इन कीवर्ड्स की बात आती है Feedly इज गोइंग टू ऑटोमेटिकली फैच द न्यूज़ फॉर मी एंड कीप इट हियर. ईजी. एवरीवन इज विद मी सो फार. अब आपने क्या किया, आपने उसको ऑटोमेट कर दिया. जब भी आपके कीवर्ड का ट्रिगर आया, लेट्स से कि मैंने कहा एजेंटिक AI, या मैंने कहा कि जर्नल AI, या मैंने कहा कि कोर्सेरा, जहाँ पर भी इन चीज़ों का जिक्र हुआ वो न्यूज़ फीड जो है वो मेरे पास आके जमा होगी मेरे पास. ठीक है. अब इतने सारा कंटेंट आपके पास आ गया, टन्स एंड टन्स ऑफ पेजेस, उसका क्या करें. What you will do next on your N10, आप एक GPT की API लेंगे, any GPT. It can be OpenAI's GPT-3 or GPT-4 or any GPT, right? You will connect it on your N10. Now what you will do? You will give it a command or a prompt. Achha, by the way, we'll pause here a little bit. You can ask GPT to generate prompt for you as well. So instead of prompting it yourself or trying to learn how to do its engineering, it's gone to. GPT ने launch किया एक new feature. When you will go on openai.com, there's a feature where you can basically open a GPT prompt optimizer. वो करता क्या है? Just tell them that I want to create my own GPT. For example, I want to create my AI twin. Right? Write a prompt for me so that I can create my AI twin. आपने वहाँ पर उसको एक command दी, it will create a huge prompt for you. आपने वो prompt ली, again go on OpenAI and go to GPTs. It will give you an option for create GPT. Go to create GPT, वहाँ पर ये prompt डालें, उस GPT को नाम दे दें, जैसे मेरे GPT का नाम है my AI twin, right? आप अपने GPT को नाम दे दें whatever you want to do. Jedis GPT, Lums GPT, Lums can create its own GPT, right? आपने अपना GPT create कर लिया, then there are attach file option. Attach file option में you are going to give it a data. Give it a data about yourself. For example, I have given it this is me, this is my last 50 talks, this is my thinking, this is my psychology, this is my brand, this is my voice, this is the colors I like to use. It's all there. Now next time आपको उसको इतनी ढेर सारी prompts देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You will just write, I'm going to Lums to give a talk, create a talk for me. It will create it for you just like in your own style, in your own words, the way you want to talk or the way you want to give suggestions to others. It will save tons of your time. Okay, so you have created your own GPT. Now you know how to create prompts. Coming back to N10, आपने ये क्या कि आपने वहाँ पे GPT लगा दिया, अपना कस्टमाइज़ किया हुआ या कोई भी OpenAI की AI लेकर, ठीक है? आपने उसे ये कहा कि जितना भी डेटा फीडली ने कैच किया है, created summaries for me, create charts, graphs, content post, social media post, जो भी आपको उस डेटा से करना था, आपने GPT से कहा कि create summaries for me, create charts for me, everything. Now what you have done? आपने फीडली का ट्रिगर लगाया हुआ है. जब भी कोई AI की बात करेगा, AI से रिलेटेड सारा का सारा डेटा मेरे पास आ गया, मैंने उसके आगे GPT लगा दिया. वो जितना भी डेटा है मुझे उसको भी पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं. I don't need to waste my time. It will summarize out for you, it will create charts for you, it will give you hashtag and everything. It will even create a social media post for you. You can even ask GPT to create a weekly calendar with those content. So now you are away. Feedly trigger हुआ, automate हुआ, content आ गया, summarize हो गया, आपका weekly calendar भी बन गया. आपने क्या किया था? सिर्फ उसको ऑटोमेट कर दिया था. एंड देन यू आर बिजी विथ योर लाइफ. तमाम, एवरीवन विथ मी सो फार? चले, कैलेंडर क्रिएट हो गया. अब क्या करें इस कैलेंडर का? व्हाट्स द नेक्स्ट स्टेप? क्रिएट इमेज फर्स्ट, राइट? आप ये चाहते हैं कि आपके कंटेंट के साथ कोई ना कोई इमेज जाए, कुछ ग्राफिक्स जाए, कुछ वीडियोस जाए. व्हाट यू गोना डू? You will attach a tools like DALL-E or take an API from image generation tool like DeepAI, right? Take its API, connect it there, automate that whenever this GPT is creating a content, create a relevant image for me then and there. Now what you are doing? These GPTs or these tools and APIs, they are your agents. They are talking to each other. Feedly is telling that, okay, I have the content. GPT, okay, you have the content, I am summarizing it. Image API, okay, you have the summarized content, I am creating image for you. So your image is there as well. While you are away, it's all automated, right? आपकी image भी बन गई, calendar भी बन गया, आपके पास सारा data भी आ गया हुआ था. अब आपने क्या करना है? You want to post it. Okay, how many of you have heard about FeedHive? Okay, so there is an app called FeedHive. What you do is you create an account on FeedHive. आप अपने सारे socials connect करते हैं. Then you take an API from FeedHive and give it to your N10 और make.com, जो भी ऑटोमेशन प्लेटफॉर्म आप यूज़ कर रहे हैं. आपने वहाँ पे जाके उसकी API दे दी. आपने ये कहा कि जब भी लास्ट पार्ट हो जाता है और ये कंटेंट क्रिएट हो जाता है, पोस्ट इट ऑन माई सोशल्स. आपके सारे सोशल मीडिया फीड आपके थ्रू कनेक्टेड था, इट विल पोस्ट इट फॉर यू. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू आर स्लीपिंग और रात में जो है वो एंथ्रोपिक ने कहा कि जी मैंने नया मार्का मार लिया. टेस्ला ने कहा मैंने नया रोबोट बना दिया. किसी ने सैटेलाइट गिर गई है कहीं. यू आर स्लीपिंग बट दैट वाज ऑन योर कीवर्ड, इट क्रिएटेड अ पोस्ट, इट पोस्टेड इट फॉर यू एवरीथिंग एंड यू डिडंट मिस द प्राइम टाइम एज वेल. तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि आप सुबह उठे आपने कहा यार ये क्या हो गया. यू विल गो ऑन योर ओन सोशल एंड ओके ठीक है ये तो मैंने पोस्ट कर दिया, फाइन. वैसे वी आर गोना टेक द क्वेश्चंस इन द लास्ट एज वेल बट यू कैन आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन.
मेरा सवाल ये था कि AI is known to make mistakes, right?
Yes.
तो quality assurance नहीं
Yeah, I'm coming there. Okay, so this is why I said that we are going to take the questions in the end and keep note of anything that you want to ask from me in the end. But coming back to this, अच्छा ये सारी चीज़ें तो हो गई. I'll come to you. Which one?
Figly and the other one.
Okay, one is okay. After this, if you want all the apps and tools that I'm talking about, I will give you a printout through my LinkedIn as well. The first talk we talk about is Feedly, Feed LY. Then we talk about GPTs that you know. We are talking about the automation platform like Anatan and Make.com. Then we are talking about DeepAI and FeedHive for posting. FeedHive, HIVE. Yes. Okay. So the wonderful question, because I was coming right back to it, that AI is known to make mistakes and you don't want anything go public with your account without basically do quality assurance. There are two things that you can do. Number one, you can create an agent, give it a prompt. From today, you are my quality assurance manager. So whenever the post is created till the image part, you have to do quality assurance. You have to check for spelling mistakes, for fact checks, for everything. If it's approved, only then send it to FeedHive. Otherwise, go back. So for example, if it has made any mistake, it will do quality assurance. If there are mistakes, it will again go to FeedHive, GPT, image, everything can come to it. जब तक वो सही नहीं हो जाता, this circle will go on. Once this agent approves, only then it will go and post. Now here on posting, like I'm a control freak. I don't like anything to go which I don't know, okay? So what I do, I will ask FeedHive, do not post this, right? Post it as a draft only. So everything will go on my social media account's draft. I can wake up in the morning, I can check the draft, I can approve, disapprove, approve, disapprove, approve, disapprove. This way you are putting your best foot forward. Nothing is going without you checking it, and you are controlling your AIs and agents as well. Tamam? What? That's what I said. Quality assurance, we can have an agent, right? In between. उस agent का काम ही यही होगा कि quality assurance check करना. नहीं, hallucinations आ सकते हैं. That's why you are keeping it in draft. You are not posting it directly. See, there are so many things. अगर आपको ये लगता है कि नहीं, still hallucination आ सकती है, have two agents. Take two different APIs, have two agents, and ask them to talk to each other as well. When the both agrees, you can give it a prompt. That only when the both of your manager agrees, then it will go on social media. There are so many things. I am talking about a simple flow over here. But you can add as many agents as you like there to check all the things. Yes? What you have just done here. You have become an AI journalist. You have created a complete automated system that knows you, that knows your brand, that knows your voice, that doesn't need you even while you are sleeping. It's making posts and everything. Then you can have agent who can search for leads online on LinkedIn, who needs these kind of services. You are a solopreneur. You don't need any team. You have this AI team. You can ask another agent to get the leads for you. जब leads finalize होती है, human can come in. Talk to the client. For example, आप ये सर्विसेज दे रहे हैं for $500 per client, and आपके एजेंट ने आपको 100 लीड्स ढूंढ के दी, and now you have 20 clients. 500 multiplied by 20, $10,000. तो अब आपने क्या किया, एक दिन सारी चीज़ें बैठ के ऑटोमेट करके you can earn up to $10,000. That is कितने बनते हैं हमारे पाकिस्तानी? 30 लाख, 29 लाख, 28 लाख. So you can make 2.8 million PKR per month being a solopreneur with no team, no complex tasks, no coding, nothing. You have just become an AI journalist, and that's how you can earn it. Simple, by doing the simplest of the workflow. और ये एक बहुत simple example थी. There are so many other things that you can do using these kind of systems. अब डर लग रहा है that AI is going to take job of coders and designers and copycat content writers. So yeah, so until unless you become a part of it. Okay, we have one more question because people are mashallah very enthusiastic. They will not wait till the end. They will ask question right then and there.
So I think it's relevant because you are mentioning all these tools, and obviously there are hundreds of other tools as well. The problem with using these tools is that every tool comes with a cost.
Yes.
When you're building large LLMs or like decision making modules like these, you need enterprise versions of these.
Yes.
So can you shed a little bit of light? You have to get credits from somewhere, or you have to pay for all of these enterprise accesses. So how to manage and navigate that?
Okay, so I have included this in my talk as well, and I will come back to it कि ये problem कैसे solve करते हैं. Okay, so now you have become an AI journalist, you have done this and this and that and that, and now you are not much scared maybe that at least this is something that many of you can easily do, and this is how you can earn. अगर आप $10,000 तक नहीं जाते start, you can at least start with $1,000. You know, instead of charging your client $500, start charging maybe $100. $100 में हंसते हंसते कोई भी आपको अपना वर्क दे देगा even to try. किसी के लेस टेस्ट what they are gonna do. और उसमें आपकी कोई एफर्ट्स नहीं लग रही है, आपको कोई डिज़ाइनर हायर नहीं करने, सारी चीज़ें right then and there. Then the question, part of your question कि there are so many AIs for everything. For example कि आपके पास there is a person who came and he is saying कि मुझे कोई एक नई प्रोडक्ट बनानी है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे कैलोरी ट्रैकर बनाना है, क्या आप बना सकते हैं? यस कैसे बना सकते हैं? देयर इज़ अ वेबसाइट कॉल्ड देयर इज़ एन AI4that.com. That's literally a website. There is an AI4that.com. ये क्या है? It's a AI search engine. You go on, there is an AI4that.com. You type in your idea that this is what I want to do. I want to create a calorie tracker. I want to create a habit tracker. I want to create a research agent, whatever. Type in there. It will list all the AIs that can do it. It will list all the platforms that can automate it. Simple? Okay. Now his question again. That these APIs, everything are very costly. How you're gonna cut the cost? Lekin there are so many platforms like AWS, Google, yours truly is platform, Data Vault. We are offering you pay as you grow models, right? What you can do is you can maybe take let's say H100 on a rent for let's say $10 per hour, right? Try करने के लिए easy है, जैसे आप domain खरीदते हैं, hosting लेते हैं. Try it. Take it for like 2 hours or 3 hours and see and test for yourself that is working or not. आपने Lovable से GitHub से कोई चीज़ें उठाई हैं, उसको बनाया है, now you want to try it on the real environment. Take this subscription, host your app over there and see how it works. Try to get few clients on it, start making money and go for a higher model. Right? For example, you need H100, you want to train a large language model, right? अब उसके लिए आप GPU तो खरीदेंगे नहीं. For example, $30,000 का GPU आपने खरीद लिया. Then we are gonna keep it at your home? No, you need a data center. If you need a data center, then you need rack, you need electricity, you need cooling power, you need so many things, right? And it's a huge cost. What you can do if you are working, for example, something that involves data sovereignty, because data sovereignty is everywhere now. पूरी दुनिया sovereignty पे काम करती है that your data cannot go outside your country. Then you have a data center that is AI enabled in your country as well, that is Data Vault. We are providing these kind of services. We are doing collaborations as well. If you have a wonderful idea, maybe we can collaborate with you. All you have to do is you have to start searching options. Instead of saying that it cost high, it's just a hype, nothing is going to happen. We are here to talk about this hype. We are here to dive into agentic. We are here to know how are we collaborating on Pakistan's level. But you have to take your first step. You have to approach us. You have to tell us that what you need. Maybe the things that you need we already have, right? Okay. Now let's come to my favorite part, startup ideas. So anyone wants to share उनके पास अगर कोई AI related startup idea है that they want to work? Come here. Yeah, if you can speak loudly.
I'm actually developing this. So I'm making an AI content generator. So basically the normal content generator goes like this कि आपको अपनी headline वहाँ पे डालनी होती है, it generates all the content. But mine did is कि इसके अंदर Ahrefs का API I have integrated, and जैसे ही आप for example let's say आप AI agents पे blog लिखवाना चाहते हैं, आपने सिर्फ एक कीवर्ड डाला है तो वो आपको पहले 3 से 4 हेडिंग्स या टाइटल्स बताएगा. जैसे ही आप अपना डिज़ायर टाइटल चूज़ कर लेंगे वो उसके ऊपर Ahrefs से जाके कीवर्ड रिसर्च करेगा सारी. जैसे आपने पहले बताया कि AI जनरलिज्म, जैसे आपने बताया कि वो RSS फीड से लेता है, लेकिन वहाँ पे रियल टाइम जो कीवर्ड रिसर्च है वो सारी होगी कि कॉम्पिटिटर एनालिसिस जितना भी होता है सारा, और उसके बाद सारा कंटेंट जनरेट करेगा. फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास क्विल बोर्ड का API आता है जो वो सारे कंटेंट को ह्यूमनाइज कर देता है, क्योंकि वो जितना भी लिंक्डइन की भी अब आप नई रिसर्च देखेंगे AI जनरेटेड कंटेंट के बाद ऊपर 40% कम रीच आती है और गूगल की सर्विस नहीं है. तो वो जैसे ही ह्यूमनॉइड की तरह लिखा जाएगा तो उसकी रीच भी ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाएगी. एंड कम हमारे पास नैनो बनाना जो नया जनरेट का एक है तो उससे काफ़ी अच्छी तस्वीरें आप जनरेट कर सकते हैं रेलिवेंट टू योर कंटेंट. और अंदर टेक्स्ट भी आप उसके हिसाब से, क्योंकि अब टेक्स्ट प्रेसिजन भी आ गई है.
हाँ
तो ये टूल मैं बना रहा हूँ, इट इज़ ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट 80% डन. सो या
So see, this is so wonderful. What he is doing, he is basically doing automation, right? He is using different APIs, he is connecting them, and he is making them work how he wants it to work, right? And this is exactly what we talk about that AI journalist is gonna do. जब हम स्टार्टअप आइडियाज़ की बात करते हैं तो इस तरह के बहुत सारे आइडियाज़ है. जैसे ही टॉक्ट अबाउट नैनो बनाना. व्हाट इज़ नैनो बनाना? नैनो बनाना इज Gemini 2.5 जो कि DPI का एक प्रोडक्ट है, राइट? आई टॉक्ट अबाउट DPI इन my talk as well, that you can have its API too. Again, APIs are expensive, yes, but you can go to Google and you can pitch them your idea that this is what I'm going to do. They will give you free credits to try for a year. You will go to Amazon, you said, this is my product and Google has given me this kind of credit and I want to host and see how it works. It's going to give you credits for a year that you can use. So these are the free things that you can do to try products, to explore it, that how it's going to work. Similarly, let's say that you want to create content factory. He talked about that if you are generating an AI content, your reach will not go higher than 40%, 50%, right? In content 100% through AI, they are not going to give you that outreach that you need. What you can do here, जैसे कि वो humanize कर रहे हैं अपना content, you can create your own GPTs, right? You can ask your GPT to think like me, to talk like me. You can give it your brand direction, your logos, your tagline, your color, your text that you want to use. I want to use this particular color. I want to use these kind of fonts. I want to use these kind of tagline and create a content for you. Now it's your content. It's not the AI content anymore. It is you. It is your AI twin who is smarter than you and is working for you. तो ये वाला प्रॉब्लम आप वहाँ पे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो नाउ यू कैन क्रिएट अ कंटेंट फैक्ट्री. जो रिसर्च कर रहा है आपका फीडली टाइप की ऐप्स है, it's creating images for you, Gemini type की apps है, it's posting for you. You can ask let's say 11 Labs, right, to add an audio in it as well. You can ask Vapi to be a part of it as well, vapi.com, right. ये सारी apps को integrate करके आप उसको automate कर दें कि जी रोज़ाना या every 2 days generate a video from me. Let's say give them a prompt that work like an AI expert. You are from today a global AI expert who talks about every new tool that anyone in the world launches. I want you to create content on it within the next 5 to 10 minutes and post it on my YouTube. Easy. And it's monetizable as well. You can monetize and earn on it. You have become a content creator now, right? आप अगर ये चाहते हैं कि भाई ठीक है faceless videos उसमें monetize नहीं हो पाएंगी, बड़ा मसला करेगा YouTube, बड़ी compliance issue आएंगे, go to tools like Gemini. Give them prompt that I want this person to look like this, I want this person to look like he has graduated from LUMS, he is working in an IT industry, he has spoken in Silicon Valley, he is working on AI policy. Now boom, you have a new AI person. Then you can create this video, you will say Gemini, give me 4 shots, essay, essay, essay. Now you have these shots, upload it on any app that creates video. कि भाई ये दे 4 shots, create a video of this person moving its hand, explaining, creating videos, right? Then go to 11 Labs. So this is this person, उसका age gap ये है, उसका gender ये है, she is a female, she is 35 years old, she is an IT expert. Create a voice clone for her. Now you have her voice. अब वो घूम भी रहा है, बात भी कर रहा है, he has a voice, it's acting like a person. Then you have automation in place that is generating a video. अब इस तरह के आप 4 चैनल्स बना लें, कोई एक भी हिट हो गया, you can monetize it and earn up to $20,000, $25,000 per month by monetizing it. Why not? You want to ask something?
Share an example. Can you share an example where you're using AI for your particular job situation or company?
Sure.
But basically, मैं हंस रही थी because you said LUMS student and then IT expert and
graduated.
So a photograph would be a very sleepless, a person who's had no sleep for many years.
That's an example, right? But I have seen that LUMS graduates are doing great. One of them is our IT minister. So why not, right? So it's about you have to give a proper prompt that what you want it to look like. So if you are going to give a proper prompt, it's not going to look silly. And if it's looking silly, go again, change your prompt, do it again until unless you find the person that you are looking for. Okay, so we are using this AI in many of our businesses. Since we are a data center company, we are hosting many such AIs in our data center as well. We are working on voice bots, which makes call, and that's one of your use case as well, guys. For example, when you call any company, right, just like Flowy is doing, where is Umar, just like Flowy is doing, right, that you are cutting their cost by giving them bots, so they do not need to have humans. Maybe they will have 2 or 4 humans instead of having 150 बंदा जो उन्होंने अपने कॉल सेंटर में बिठाया हुआ होता है. Bots are gonna answer all the knowledge based question, all the normal questions that अस्सलाम वालेकुम मेरा माइक्रोवेव ख़राब हो गया मैं क्या करूँ, पाकिस्तान में जवाब आता है बंद करके खोल ले, right? So these kind of answers you can train and fine tune your bot and it can answer. But अगर कोई technical question आ जाता है कहता है जी मैंने बंद करके खोल लिया अब तो लाइट भी नहीं जल्दी क्या करूँ, right? तो अब वो basically is gonna transfer call call to human. Otherwise, 80% calls bots are going to answer. We have one such client who work in insurance industry. He used to pay 75,000 pounds per month to AWS for these bots. 75,000 pounds per month from Pakistan to AWS to run these bots. We asked them, but there was a latency issue, right? क्योंकि वो US से सर्विस ले रहे हैं, जब यहाँ पर आते आते तक माइक्रोसेकंड्स का डिले आ जाता है जब एजेंट बात कर रहा है. So they need local servers. They need local cloud. We came in. We pitched them, try our cloud, try our servers, try our GPUs. They tried it. They have already shifted 25% of their business to our data center with the promise of moving the rest by December. This is the power of GPUs. This is the power of local data. क्योंकि आपने latency खत्म कर दिया, आपने उनको problem solve कर दिया. Okay. So again, you can create these kind of bots like Flowy is doing. I'm sure Flowy ने उस पर बहुत ज़्यादा efforts डाले हैं, fine tune किया होगा, आपने पूरा मॉडल बनाया होगा, उसको ट्रेन किया होगा, किसी भी बिजनेस से जाके वो ट्रेन करेगा. आप webby.com पे जाओ, ठीक है, आप वहाँ से अपने bots बनाओ. That bot can do the same. Train it, offer it to mid-size organizations that they are going to be your support bots. What you are doing here? You are offering service as a software. ये SaaS के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, software as a service. आपने क्या किया? You are providing service as a software. This is a service that I'm going to provide you through this software. Install it. You do not need anyone. Instead of 150 banda, have 5 banda sitting. They are going to pick the calls 24/7. They are going to answer all the knowledge-based questions. They are going to take all the queries. They are going to tell you that okay, we are going to call you back if they get stuck. Everything, right? This is one of the idea. Next idea. For example, grocery stores. Pakistan has a lot of grocery stores, right? आप एक grocery store वाले को जाके बोल सकते हैं, grocery store is very happy with his store. He don't want your AI. He is very happy. His things are selling, etc., etc. But आप उनसे कहें that I can make your job easy. I can make your GPT. Let's say Chase, approach Chase departmental store. Tell them that I'm gonna make a Chess GPT for you. So anyone comes in, जिसको एक product चाहिए आपसे, and that product is not available. Your GPT is gonna check the ingredients and suggest you a local product that we have in the store available right now. Number 1. If you have any new deal, Ramzan packages, Eid deals, birthday deals, we are gonna push it through WhatsApp using Meta's AI, right? So all your customer base that you have at one place through WhatsApp, we are gonna send them your promos, your deals. Through OCR, हम आपका ledger manage करेंगे, right? What is OCR? Anyone knows? Optical, who said that? Yes, ऑप्टिकल कैरेक्टर रिकग्निशन. तो गूगल AI का भी अपना एक OCR आ गया, राइट? आप उसकी APIs भी ले सकते हैं, आप अपना OCR भी बना सकते हैं. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल एजेंट. वो क्या करता है कि अगर हैंड रिटन स्लिप्स भी है ना, जो एक छोटा करियाना वाला देता है, ठीक है, उसके पास प्रॉपर सिस्टम नहीं, वो हाथ से लिख के देता है. यू विल टेक अ पिक्चर एंड अपलोड इट. इट विल चेंज दैट पिक्चर इनटू द टेक्स्ट इनटू द लेजर, जो कि फिर फैसल हदी साहब वाले जो अकाउंट्स मैनेज करते हैं लोग, उनकी ज़िंदगी बड़ा आसान कर देगा. यू हैव एवरीथिंग ऑन द लेजर. आपको रिसिप्ट बाय रिसिप्ट जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Now imagine you have created this kind of solution. अब आप चेस को बोलें कि मैंने आपके एक स्टोर में कर दिया है. I want to duplicate this solution to all the branches throughout Pakistan. Boom. Or go to Walls Green pharmacy in USA. Make it bigger. Tell Walls Green that, you know, I have Chase. It's a local departmental store in Pakistan. I'm doing this for that. You can use the same solution in your pharmacy. There are 113 Walls Green pharmacy only in Chicago. Boom. So these are kind of the solutions that you can create. Come, you want to ask something? Wow, I'm really curious what you want to ask.
First, can I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
My name is Hala Kabir and I'm 10 years old. I'm the youngest AI app and chatbot developer.
10 साल की बच्ची is developing chatbot. Come on, guys.
So, as you said that there are many solutions, like there are not so many solutions for small and medium businesses because they're hidden in a corner right now. So, basically, I'm making a company with my family. So, basically what our company will do, it will help small and medium businesses grow by making a digital twin of their business, so that if other people don't go to the store carefully, they can just use the app because people are more interested in online things. So they use the app, but people get their clients and we get our revenue.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Hala Kabir.
Thank you so much, Hala Kabir. Okay, so see, जैसे कि हाला कबीर ने आपको बताया that digital twins are very important. I really like the way she basically told us about her business, and she is creating a chatbot and she is creating a digital twin. how many of you, rest of you, hala is very smart, right? बाकी सब मुझे बताएं what is digital twin? मैं GPT की बात नहीं कर रही which I just spoke about. In larger scape, what is digital twin? हाला आप नहीं बता सकती. Yes.
The one who thinks like me.
No. I'm not talking about your twin. I'm talking in general. So digital twin, सिर्फ आपका digital twin तक नहीं महदूद रहता. You can create digital twin of cities, of universities, of world. You can create war games, right? आप एक war का scenario ले लें, उसका digital twin बनाएं and see कि क्या चीज़ें काम करती हैं. क्या they are in market since very long, लोगों को पता नहीं था. They were always being used to render large images, large videos. They were used by game developers and others, right? But after the spark of GPT, everyone started talking about GPU and NVIDIA became king. NVIDIA has 86% of global shares to create such chips. 86%, that's big, they are king right now. And still they are not able to fulfill the market requirement. So for example, मुझे अगर 50 GPUs कल चाहिए अपने data center के लिए, I have to wait, right? Not really now because now alhamdulillah we have signed a contract officially with NVIDIA and we can easily bring GPUs in Pakistan now. You talk about H100, you talk about DGX, RGX, we have those. But generally, it's problematic and then it's very costly, right? And then its maintenance is very hard. तो आप क्या करते हैं? अच्छा, हमने बहुत सारी tech लोगों के बारे में बात की, tech savvy, this and that. We should talk about those as well who are not very much into tech but have a lot of money. They are into real estate, they are into food business, they are into, they have clothing factories, whatever, right? But are they going to lose the AI race? They may be making AI part of their repetitive tasks, automizing few things, but how about them? Usually these guys, they invest in real estate, right? Because it's easy. You own money, you have a guy who will sell you a real estate, now you own a house, आप उसको Airbnb को दे दें, they will manage everything and you get your money, easy, no headache. You have a manager in place, he will take care of cleaning and everything, right? Renting it out, booking it for you. Similar is the case of GPU. So those who are not very technical, but they want to be a part of it, I tell them that do not let AI own you. Own AI. How do you own AI? By owning a piece of it. What is a piece of it? It's backbone, GPUs, right? What you can do is, let's say you are investing $100,000 in GPU today. If you are taking a GPU of that capacity, right, and you have a data center partner, there are many in the world, and in Pakistan we are there as well. You have a data center partner who is renting it for you, who is managing everything for you, it's stacking for you, engineering it for you, taking a client for you, everything, cooling, electricity, blah, blah, all the infra chaos, right? It's managed by a data center partner. You have invested $100,000 in a GPU. After 1 month of deployment, it is making $3,000 to $4,000 per month for you. कितने होते हैं जी? कोई बताएगा? 9 लाख से 12 लाख के दरमियान अप्रॉक्सीमेटली. तो कोई भी दुनिया में मुझे बिजनेस बताएं इन लाहौर, do you have any business that is generating 35% to 47% annual profit for you? It's huge. आप अगर बैंक में जाके जो है ना अपना पैसा रखते हैं, it gives you 1%. कोई भी बिजनेस उठा ले, रियल एस्टेट बिजनेस, एनी बिजनेस, 18% से ज़्यादा आपको कहीं प्रॉफिट नहीं मिलता. दिस बिजनेस इज जनरेटिंग 37 to 45% for you and then it's not going anywhere for next 10 or 20 years or maybe for lifetime. It will be there, GPUs are in requirement. After some time, just like you own a house, if you want that I want my capital out, you can sell your GPU, you can have your money back. बल्कि ज़्यादा पैसे मिलेंगे, सेकंड हैंड GPUs और महंगे बिकते हैं क्योंकि उसमें ड्यूटी वगैरह सारी चीज़ें चार्ज हो चुकी होती है. Win-win. So not just for tech people, even non-tech people can be a part of it. So this is it. I'm wrapping up. We have talked about many things, many AIs, tools, what you can do, what you can't do. Now I want to give the floor because I see there are so many questions which people can't wait for Q&A and then we'll have a coffee chat. Thank you.